YouTube. But hello everyone. Welcome to the live. We're just going to talk openly without any MAGA. That's going to be the secret to this live tonight. And maybe the secret to all the lives from here on, because I put up with that stuff for way too long. It's had way too many negative consequences. When I think about why I put up with it for so long, it certainly wasn't worth it. It became a habit, I think. So I think it'll be fun to break that habit and be able to talk to people that deserve the conversation, people that are good to talk to. So that's going to be my new theme, hopefully from now on, but certainly for this live. Certainly I'll be looking to discuss things with people who are good to discuss with. And while they do seem to find my live, it's not every time. Sometimes more than one person finds my live. But it isn't every time. And I feel like when I step back and look at the trajectory of everything, it's still a lot more than it used to be. And that's enough. That's enough to go on. Um, yeah, I guess it's always been something uh, that I planned to do or thought would happen in the future. It's like, well, let's make the future now. Like, why wait when things need desperately to be attended to? So, I'm going to do my part and open the debate by inviting all the good spirits to join the live. All good spirits invited to join the live for this open debate with good spirits. If you have any concerns or any issues, topics that you want to address, you can list them in chat. I've got my typical ones, which is, ending war, preventing war in this case. I feel like there's a pretty clear path to preventing war. And, I mean, in the case of Greenland, for instance, to me, the clear path to preventing war is to prosecute everybody involved in the Venezuela operation and to kind of send a signal that, hey, look, when you obey Trump's illegal orders, there's going to be consequences, not just nobody talks about it. So I figured if nobody talks about it, and that's one thing I recognize as a problem, then what I'll do is talk about it. And what I'll do in this live is talk about it with people who are worth talking to. Is that you in the paintings? No. I do have one that looks a little more like me, though. But it's kind of stuck behind the bed. Would you like to see it? Hello. Nice to meet you. Is there anything on your mind? So I wanted to have an open discussion with people, so about anything. But since you're the first one here, is there anything on your mind, or would you like me to continue talking about ending war or stopping war? Because it's always one of my favorite topics. Ending and stopping war. Oh, that's not the painting I thought it was. Oh well. That's another painting. That's not me, though. I mean, I painted it, but it's not a painting of me. Hello, New Zealand. Hello from America, USA. Hello from my... Oh, sorry. Hello. Nice to meet you. I don't think you've been here before. I'm puffing. very anti-fascist, very anti-Trump here in America, as we are all increasingly becoming. So, just kind of ahead of the curve, like I have been in lots of ways. But I wanted to talk with anybody about anything that's on your mind, have an open discussion. And while I was waiting for anyone to address any other topic, I was talking about ending war. We should end war, and we should avoid the wars that Trump is trying to start. Best way to avoid the wars that Trump is trying to start is to remove Trump from power. Okay, that's a lot closer than most people realize. And of course, if you think you're going to have to deal with him, then you make people make decisions based on, oh my gosh, how are we going to get through the next 3 years or 6 months or whatever they think? And it's not necessarily going to be that long. And it'll be nice to get through it, to get to the post-Trump era. And I think it's necessary in the meantime to talk about such things as, if you go to war in Greenland for Trump, if you go to war against our allies for Trump, we're going to put you in jail if you come back, if they don't kill you over there. Like, we've got to stop putting up with this shit at some point, because he's going to keep escalating it and making it worse. So, if you guys have anything on your mind, we'll talk about it. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for the comments and reactions. Whoa. We're not doing the Trump thing, though. If you were president, how would you end war? Taking into consideration other religions and trade agreements already in place. Well, it's not really a game of civilizations, but like the second part of your question made me think of the game Civilizations. No, if I was president, I would end war by ending war. If I was president of America, the most war country by like 100 times, and just end. There's a couple things I would end as a president. Insurance industry, I'd have universal health care, which means the end of the insurance industry, or at least a radical transformation of the insurance industry. At least I'd have universal health care. But another thing I'd have, hello, is the end of war, because I'd end war. Like, all you got to do is stop having it. Just end the industry. I mean, but I wasn't even talking about doing it as president. I was talking about doing it right now, like over our phones, like what we're doing right now. A conversation that we can have that can end war. I call it the Pillow Revolution, or the Peace Pipe Party, as you'll see here, the hashtag in this live and many of my videos. Because we can do it from bed. I'm in bed right now. You might as well be in bed as well. We can do it on our phones. We can do it peacefully, just by overthrowing these tyrants. Which tyrants do we need to overthrow? We need to overthrow Putin. We need to overthrow Netanyahu. We need to overthrow Trump. And then we need to overthrow their other cronies. I mean, they don't, there's a number of their other cronies. One of them's named Maloney. Rhymes with crony, right? Orban. You got some cronies, right? Like, one of you was from New Zealand. Are you still here? Like, uh, it's going to be the entire world against Trump, Putin, Netanyahu, and their other cronies. Okay? Not just all the other nations, but all the people of these nations too. Americans hate Trump. If you guys don't know it, like, if you haven't heard it, okay, have you heard it all the way down there that we hate Trump here? Like, I don't know what kind of picture they paint in other countries, but we hate Trump here. Like, the ones of us that fucking matter have hated Trump, with a passion more than you guys probably have ever hated anybody for a long time. Everybody else is coming to that state, coming to that realization. including a lot of his former supporters. So, we're looking forward to the end of it here. See what you guys are commenting. Who determines who is corrupt in a leadership scale, and where does it end? I guess the corruption, the amount of corruption they do, and the people that do it determines who is corrupt, and the amount of corruption they do is where it ends. Or you could say in time, it ends when people stop them. Okay, when you said you often wonder, I just want to challenge you a little bit, because when you say you often wonder if war is just inevitable as a human. No, everybody always thinks that it is. You don't wonder it. If you wondered it, you'd probably think of the alternative occasionally. Do you ever think about peace? I'm not challenging you, like picking you out, like you're the one who doesn't think about peace. But just because of the way you phrased your statement, I often wonder if war is just inevitable as human. I believe that they program most humans, at least in my country, in America, they program most humans to accept war is inevitable. There will always be war. People just always say that. Whoever says the opposite, there will actually one day not be war. Like next Tuesday, there will not be war. Or there will not be war in 2034. You know, like, do people say that? Do you ever spend any time thinking that? Because I think you should. I think a thing that you should do is think, hey, what if we did end war? What would that look like? What if we did it what if we did it this year? What if we did it next year? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not doing the Nazi thing. Everyone needs to shut the fuck up about Trump. Nobody cares about that fucking guy. Well, everybody hates him in America. You can be clear. You can say the truth. Everyone hates him. Okay, trolls and bots, they don't matter. Every human, every being, every good spirit hates Trump. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. If you prefer to hate what people do, I hate what Trump has been doing. Right. So specifically, hating the concentration camps and kidnappings, hating destroying of the country. Like, I'm not saying you should, I'm not trying to talk you into hating. Like, that's stupid. Hate is stupid. If he didn't exist, there'd be nothing to hate except for the things that he did. Or, you know, if he stopped existing, there'd be no point in hating him like we hate him now. But the things he did would still be hate-worthy. That other people trying to do the same things would still be hate-worthy. Like, I mean, I appreciate that perspective. I'm still in the hating him mood and mode, because I hate Netanyahu and Putin too, and I hate their little minions. Like, I just hate them. Like, I go ahead and hate them personally. But I'm going to keep your words in mind and try not to hate them, and remember to, you know, hate the evil. There'll always be someone to ruin peace. So it makes me think peace is temporary at best. I mean, why not stop the people that would ruin peace? Like, when you think about it, you know, you could probably just ask ChatGPT, you know, what are the things that have motivated people to have wars, and how do you stop those things from ever happening again? And there you go. I can kind of spoiler alert that for you if you don't want to bother asking that artificial intelligence. Stop money. Stop it. Like, you end money, you end war. That's one way. There's also repurposing the Christian religion. But I can tell you more about that after I finish your comments. Thanks for the like, Captain Farron. Captain Farron. See, I think we should be doing this, like, superhero kind of stuff to stop the bad guys. Okay, let me read Studio's comment again. You seem like a thoughtful, good person. Thoughtful, good Studio 12. Studio 42, sorry. And he doesn't deserve a peace prize. No, he doesn't. On the verge of starting wars. And he's already started wars. He's been starting wars. He's already started a few. The ones that he says he stopped were lies. I can't think of one that was true. And he doesn't deserve a peace prize while on the verge of starting wars. He deserves to be locked in jail. Yes, exactly. That's the truth. We have full American in chat. You seem very cool. You've earned a sub from me. Thank you. Well, I do this very frequently. I was going to kind of steer away from this specifically anti-Trump. I mean, I'm never going to be not anti-Trump, but I was going to steer away from some of the stuff I was saying just because the FBI came by. And but that was actually because one of the trolls in my chat actually called them on me. So I would not recommend to other trolls in the chat to call the FBI because they'll probably take it as a false report since they've already talked to me, and they'll probably investigate you for the false report. Just letting you know. I really only do this as a chat. I mean, as a trap. I only allow the MAGA types in here as a trap. Today specifically, I had what's it called? Pledged, like promised myself to just mute any MAGA in the chat, which I've only done like once before, maybe twice before, but I don't do that very often. So yeah, like this guy says you deserve to get a job. I'll go ahead and practice with him. I'm just not very used to it. Like there. That way that person won't say anything anymore. Anyway, I just don't usually do that. Oh, well, maybe it's because we should meet about stuff. Do you have any interest in repurposing the Christian religion? So I did tease that a second ago. Ending patriarchy, war, and Trumpism through the repurposing of Christianity as an entire religion. The other Nobel Peace Prize winner seems to think so. Oh, well, she's a piece of shit anyway. Like, dude, I heard NPR talking about the Machado lady, and they were like, these are her bona fides as a right-wing leader. Well, she's the daughter of a wealthy industrialist. I'm like, how is that a qualification to lead a country? You were born to a wealthy industrialist. Like, they so much want a king, I guess. In my own streams, I discourage talk of politics and religion to devise. Oh, well, I mean, I got a secret to tell about Jesus and the goddess and stuff. So that's something I'm always going to talk about. Um, and then peace, like peace, Jesus, those things really go together. Trump's the Antichrist. Jesus is the opposite of that. So politics and religion go pretty much hand in hand on my streams. I'm pretty much always talking about this. Sometimes I sing songs. Sometimes I do other things. But I mean, yeah, it's been my wheelhouse here for quite some time. And if you look at my content, like the videos I've posted, it's been a frequent topic for 10 years. So, ruined my life? No, I mean, my life is good. I think it's ruined everybody's life to not an unnecessary degree, because I guess we have to go through this. I don't know. I think we should have stopped it. I think the same solutions always applied. Arrest these people like Mark Zuckerberg and shit, that, and people who run Google and YouTube that like control the conversation. Now we have the perfect or not motive. What is it? Prosecution for them. They funded Trump knocking down our White House. They all pitched in money for Trump's project, and all he did so far was knock down half the White House. So like they're terrorists in my view. I think we can put terrorism charges on them for that shit. They funded Trump's terrorist effort. He was completing Osama's attack from 25 years ago. So like, call them out on that. Take their companies. Take Google. Take Meta. And take all those people's stuff. Take all those richest men in the world, whatever, 50 of them, 100 of them, or whatever there are. Not just because they're the richest, but the ones that donated to Trump's ballroom. Just that group. But that's like Bezos and Zuckerberg and Musk and stuff. Dude, that's so much stuff. If you just take all that stuff that those individuals have and all their companies, that's so much. You just easily fix all the problems in the world. So when somebody asked earlier, what would I do as president to end war? I think the question was, or what would I do? Well, I would end war by doing that, for one. I'd take all that money and use all that money to do a bunch of good shit and show how much fun and everybody liked it when everybody just did good shit and you didn't have disadvantaged people, and then it would shake up the systems or whatever, and you'd have to no longer have exploitation and stuff. But people would get over it. And definitely the people who were being exploited would get over it and they would enjoy themselves. I think you're like unlocking human potential by ending exploitation and even unnecessary labor. Is taking not an act of war though? Taking those companies, no. It's just like I don't know what you're saying. Taking what an act of war? A lot of things Trump has been taking are acts of war. Yeah, those are wrong and bad. But if we want to take those companies that funded Trump's White House, that's just justice. That's just some, and it would be a very good thing to do. So I advocate that. I advocate automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. I advocate life in prison for all ICE agents and all their enablers, like that Sonichu person. Like put that person in prison for life, and then you can have all their stuff too. Like there's not really that many of them, and most of those people, most of the trolls, they don't live in America. But I think it would be a good precedent to set for their countries too. Wherever they live, um, people can find out who they are and take all their stuff and throw them in jail. Because fuck people like that. Fuck people who ever supported Trump. See? So we're just going to go ahead and mute anybody that says anything positive about Trump so we never have to hear from them. I should have done that earlier. Oh, you have a question above? Okay. I love questions. And by doing so, would you not have to erode the level of peace and freedom that you seek? By doing so, what do you, when you say doing so, hold on. There was a previous part of the question. Sorry. If you want to create peace, would you not have to eliminate all dividing factors amongst humanity? Religion, traditional, no. That's a really weird take. I mean, I can see how you might have that take because, I don't know, traditional values. I don't even know what that means. Finances, status level, etc. I mean, finances and status level, eliminating finances and status level, I think you're onto something at that point of your list. But no, why would you have to? I mean, I see where that question comes from. Why people think that kind of thing. Why they think, oh, you can't have religions if you want to. Religions were the causes of wars. So, but were they? Like wasn't it Christianity and something else? I don't know. Maybe there's some other religion wars between other religions or something. But my understanding is, and probably we're prejudiced in the type of history we're taught. Just that we hear like Western history, which is all involving these Christian countries. They might be at war or something, and religion might be at play. What religion is at play? Christianity. So we're back to repurposing Christianity, if anybody's ready to hear about that. Yes, this is the cool place. Thank you for asking. We're just having a conversation. I was trying to focus on people that are worth talking to. Usually I'll let anybody talk, but did I fully answer your question? Is taking not an act of war, though? We're talking about taking companies that funded Trump's ballroom. And that's not an act of war. Those are American companies, for one thing. It doesn't have anything to do with war, except for stopping war, which is, once again, the goal. So, and to that end, if you know any like military people, tell them, don't go to Greenland. We should be talking about how we're going to arrest anybody who goes to Greenland for Trump on illegal orders. And that, if they don't kill you over there, we're going to arrest you when you get back because you obeyed illegal orders. Like, we should be talking about that. One way we could be talking about that is if we were talking about arresting everybody in the chain of command that kidnapped Maduro. Nobody's really bragging about that much when you think about it. I mean, yeah, trolls and comments brag about it, but I don't even think their right-wing media is drawing too much attention to Maduro because they kind of know they fucked up. They got a bunch of Americans killed there, or they keep killing Americans there. Like, they made it really bad for people there. And I guess they hijacked another oil tanker. But anyway, so it's not like they've kept it completely out of the news. but they haven't really been drawing attention to it. And I think what we should be doing is drawing attention to it by saying, hey, put these people in jail. All these generals and everybody down the chain of command that obeyed Trump's order to kidnap Maduro, put them in jail. Like, why aren't our any elected officials or any of our media types or anybody talking about that? I feel like literally the only person talking about that. Like, I watch different content, kind of similar to my content on YouTube as much as you can find it. You know, I haven't heard anybody else talking about that. I mean, like, again, it's not worth muting you guys. It takes too much trouble, but okay. I appreciate that comment, Whiskey Sadie. Whiskey Sadie said, if you are ordered to do something and you don't do it, you will be arrested too. It's a lose-lose situation. But it's not so much, okay? Because I see your point. You could get arrested if you don't obey the illegal order. But it's better to be arrested for that and then freed or seen as a hero for objecting to an illegal order, which is actually your duty. Like, first of all, yeah, it would be better if you aren't arrested for disobeying a legal order, because there's enough like responsibility within the military to say, okay, well, you disobeyed, but you know, this is still up in the air if it's illegal or not. Or we all agree with you that these are illegal orders, so you don't have to obey. That's fine. You can see how that might come down to which chain of command you had, right? But the truth is, your duty is to not obey illegal orders. That's actually the oath that the military people swore. And my understanding is most of them know that pretty well. But again, it doesn't hurt to talk about it. Your duty is to not obey the illegal orders. So if that somehow gets you arrested, then that's a noble arrest for one thing. You'll probably get an award for it or something in the future once we overthrow the evil regime that's doing the illegal orders. Or I say be proactive about it. Go ahead and ask your military superiors, hey, is there a plan for a coup if he keeps giving these illegal orders? If asking about a plan for a coup gets you arrested, take the arrest. Better than going to Greenland. Better than invading our ally. Better than either dying because you invaded our ally and they killed you, or when you got back, everybody hates you, or you're going to jail for obeying illegal orders, and you're not going to jail until the next regime, until the regime is overthrown. You're going to jail forever because you're a traitor. Like, the more we talk about this, the less people will be willing to obey Trump's illegal orders. So I feel like the easiest way to end war or to stop war right now is just talk about it. You're right. Go get arrested. Why would I get arrested? I'm not in the military. I don't have to disobey illegal military orders because I'm not in the military. But for people who are, yeah, it'd be better to get arrested for disobeying illegal orders than go to Greenland to invade. Oh, Vendetta Kia's here. Nice to see you again, Vendetta Kia. The ones in command should be held accountable. Oh, yeah, we're going to block the MAGA. Name one illegal order. Like, I mean, is it worth talking to MAGA? I really wanted to just mute them all. But it takes so much trouble to mute these dumbasses. We'll mute them if they're being, oh, he's being serious and he's a real message. My bad, bro. I see what you're saying. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were mocking me, so I was going to mock you and read it in Russian. Yeah, we should talk about arresting the ones who already did the Maduro kidnapping. We should talk about that because those were illegal orders. So if we talk about arresting those guys because of illegal orders they already followed, then that also opens a conversation, or, it's a similar topic to say, hey, don't go to Greenland. Don't go attack Greenland for Trump because those are illegal orders. You could get arrested for that. Like, and basically, when you think about manufactured consent or whatever, all these media types are talking about, are we going to war with Greenland? Like, it's just a thing. You should not be able to mention that unless you say, Are we going to war with Greenland and everybody who follows those illegal orders will be arrested when they come back? If they come back? You know, it's a simple statement. I just said that in what, 5 seconds? 3 seconds? If we go to Greenland, if you come back, you'll be arrested. If you invade one of our allies, Americans will want you arrested when you come back. This isn't even like Vietnam. Everybody whines about, oh, they spit on people when they came back from Vietnam. Dude, this is invading your allies. I'm not excusing people who invaded Vietnam. I'm just saying this is invading your allies. Oh my gosh. Do. Oh my gosh, why are trolls so boring? I guess I'm not gonna mute them because they're just so boring. But I don't know. I'll mute them. It's just so fucking boring. Dude, nothing's happening that we're not privy to. I'll consider yours as a good faith statement. Do you think that there's some secret thing happening? What, aliens are going to land in Greenland? No, dude. It's really simple. It's really obvious. Everything Trump does is super obvious. If you know one secret, he's doing it for Putin, dude. Everything he does is for Putin. Shit ain't hard to understand. He's Donica Putinsky. He's Special Agent Grisnov. You know, he's he's doing it for Putin. Name something that he's done that would make sense that he wasn't doing it for Putin. Name something he did that doesn't somehow help Putin. Just anybody in chat. There's 7 of you. Some of you seem to be Trump supporters. Name something Trump did that wasn't for Putin. He's not doing it for America. No, he's doing it for Putin. He's doing it to destroy America. I know you guys are idiots, but like, just follow, go with me on this. They all work together. No, Trump and Putin and Netanyahu work together. Biden worked together with them to the extent that he didn't arrest Trump and he didn't stop Netanyahu's genocide. Like, yeah, they worked together to that extent. But Netanyahu said Trump is the very best friend he's ever had, Like, it's real obvious. Then scroll away. Yeah, fuck Trump. Hold on, let me just pin the fuck Trump comment so people know what the live is about. If they didn't read the topic. If we get any good comments, I'll read them alive. I'll read them aloud, sorry. BB freaks me out. He is evil. Yeah, he is evil. Trump and Putin and Netanyahu are all evil. Okay? All these people suck up to at least one of those guys. Probably, ironically, oddly enough, 2, not necessarily 3. They suck up to 2 of those 3 guys. It's really fucking weird. They're all evil. Yeah, evil's a trap. You know what's good? Like love, the goddess, nature, Jesus. Like those are all good. Trump's Antichrist. Okay? This is why repurposing the Christian church is important. Since nobody else is here to talk about anything important, if you want to talk about anything, put a comment in chat. But so far, I only noticed Nazis in the chat. So, and just a few random good people. Lulu. Lulu's a good person. Okay. So, Jesus put Judas aside to replace all patriarchy Christianity. Judas isn't part of any of these churches. All the churches are corrupt as fuck. Some of them more than others. But all of them are at least a little bit corrupt. And some of them are super, super corrupt. So it's like, replace all of them. Replace all the churches. That was Jesus' plan to begin with. The churches have embedded themselves in all these empires. And so you take down the empires, you end war by replacing the churches. Or as I like to say, while they're burning our schools and libraries and tearing down our government and tearing down our White House, we're taking their churches. Yes, global leadership is fucked, but when you look, so check out the hashtag Church of Judas for all that stuff about replacing the Christian church, or Christianity's final form, Church of Judas. Okay, let me get back to the troll's comment. Yes, global leadership is fucked. When you look into the near future, Greenland is one of the most strategic, important important. Okay, let's take your argument like you're just a normal person. You're not a Trump supporter. You're just like a normal person who thinks that there's a strategic value to Greenland. We already have a deal. USA, long before Trump ever showed up, USA had some type of deal. When you think about it, you know, they probably have these kind of deals with lots of countries where they can just build as many fucking military bases as they want. They can already do every military thing you could possibly want to do on Greenland the way it is. You can already do it. So there's absolutely no reason for an invasion or takeover or anything like that. It's just that's just bullshit. Again, they don't talk about this enough. But yeah, they can already do that. There's no, anything America wants to do militarily in Greenland, they can already do it. I'm not saying that because America's a big business. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they already have a deal where they can just do anything the fuck they want in Greenland militarily. They can just do it already. They don't need to do anything to make that happen. So there's absolutely no military advantage, motive, reason that's true. Now, there's a military motive. There's let's start invading Europe. Let's make Europe send forces to the west so they can't send them to the east. It's a pincher's move. Okay? Let me highlight this shit for a second. I'll tell you the pincher's move bullshit, okay? Is everybody ready? Do I need to read your stupid comments? Why did he take Nicolas Maduro? Why did Putin let him take Nicolas Maduro? Okay? Because they're playing a game of Risk. Nicolas Maduro isn't that important to Putin. It's bullshit, dude. Why is he letting them kill? Why is Trump acting like he cares about protesters in Iran when all he cares about is getting more of them to come out into the streets to get more of them killed? Like he's working with the regime to kill their protesters that were against the regime. It's just a quick execution thing. He'll do the same shit here. Like, you guys are dumbasses. Like, anyway. Sorry you guys are such dumbasses. What was I going to tell you about before I was so rudely interrupted? Allowed to have streams. Just because you don't qualify to have a stream. Mary Magdalene is God. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. The goddess. You should try some... Dude. What losers. You should try some 9mm mouthwash. What redneck losers. Okay. I should remember who the good people are. Are there's any good people who put emojis in chat so I don't miss your comments, but you smoke like I smoke and you high like every day. So Ruggins had a good comment. Oh my gosh. If what happens, we have the Second Amendment. What were we talking about? Okay. Get with the program. Get with the program. Get with the program. All right. So we were talking about Greenland, probably, right? Sorry about the Nazis in chat. Stupid Nazi trolls in chat. Just comment if you're a good person. Comment good things, and then I'll read your comments. But that way I don't have to read the Nazi comments. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I wish I could rewind it because I was talking about something. Oh, the classers. Thank you. The pinch tactic. Classic pinchers me. Thank you. I remember what I was going to talk about. That's much better. Thank you. Appreciate the reminder. Blind Rager. You've been here the whole time. Thanks for following the stream. I can't believe you've been here. All these fucking Nazi trolls show up. They show up all the time. They're pieces of shit. I was gonna plan on blocking them, but it's just so much goddamn work. Kamala Harris, she was the vice president of the United States. Well, this dude is. I can't see. I'm listening. These comments some of these people are saying is crazy. They're Nazis, dude. Don't worry about them, Captain Farron. They're just not. Like, their only reason they're here is they're just typical fucking Nazis. Supposedly the FBI is watching the stream, so if they want to ever hunt down these stupid ass Nazis or contact their governments, yeah, they're just dumbass Nazi trolls. If they want to contact their governments to say, like, you guys have, these Nazi trolls, if you want to, they're probably going to help Trump try to overthrow your country if you want to just get out ahead of that. And anyway. No, I said in the title that I was going to mute the MAGA Nazis because there's a waste of time. So usually I just don't mute anybody. This time I muted like one or two people, and it just takes so much fucking work. And I can just ignore them because unfortunately there's too few people that you think. Good morning, Joseph Bearpaw. See, I know Joseph. See, he's cool. But so I know to look out for Joseph and like 2 or 3 other people. Jack Monroe, and the other people I don't need to worry about. Okay, so let me get back to the classic blunders. Trump's committing a third of the world's classic blunders. Yeah, fuck ICE. Oh, let me switch up the pin message. Trump's committing 3 of the world's classic blunders. One is getting in a battle of wits with Rob Reiner when death was on the line. Then his daddy Vladdy, Donica Putinsky's daddy Vladdy, started a land war in Asia. That's like the second most classic blunder. And then a third blunder is he was going to try to invade Greenland when like the Vikings put all the hot women on Iceland. And so they just tricked him. And he fell for that bullshit. Although I did recently hear that he's going after Iceland. Trump is doing what we elected for. We elected fur. What's up with that furry party Trump had? I was supposed to talk about that in my last live. But are your pronouns scared shitless? Hold on, I gotta pin that. That's actually hilarious. I mean, I know you're making fun of pronouns, which is stupid, but like making fun of parts of speech is pretty funny. And I'm out, Rebecca, Good Mother of the Year, FAFO recipient. What does that even mean? Who's Rebecca? There's hot women. There's no hot women on Greenland. I don't know. War is bad. Exactly, Vikerbert. See, Vikerbert said something good. He said, I think war is bad. See? It's not that hard. Okay. So I did the classic blunders bit. I forgot to do a highlight. Fuck. Anyway. Do you remember the FBI on a meth bender? Cash was changing Tyler's roommate's gender while they helped the grippers get away. What did I say about Charlie Kirk? See, when you have no moral high ground, just shut the fuck up already. What did I say about Charlie Kirk? Type it in chat. What happens when U.S. bonds being held by all these countries get dropped? Did I say something bad about Charlie Kirk like you guys said about what's her name? Renee Nicole Good? The furry party. Yes, the furry party at Mar-a-Lago. Like, remember how Tyler's imaginary girlfriend who went to another school was a trans furry? Remember how she was a furry? You remember that? She was a furry. And now they're having this furry party. And whatever happened to that girl? She just disappeared. But when they shoot somebody, the victim of their shooting, I mean, I guess they're trying to say that they were the victim of the bumper cars. Sorry. When they have a shooting victim, they go and harass her wife, her widow. They go harass her widow as part of their investigation. But Hold on, what was your comment? No, they don't believe in the U.S. Constitution. Like, Trump's whole goal is to wipe Putin's ass with the U.S. Constitution, like with the actual Constitution. One of their things that they want to film for whatever their file sharing, video sharing network is Trump wiping Putin's ass with the Constitution and the American flag. Oh my gosh. Radicalized? Who was radicalized? What? Dude. Anyway. Yeah, all Renee did was try to leave. Sorry about the Nazis in chat. Sorry about the stupid trolls in chat. Why is there like 15 people commenting and YouTube says there's 6 people in here? Will y'all shut the fuck up? Okay. Yeah, all the Trump Putiners are Nazis. Everybody knows it. Like, people that pretend they don't know it are just dumbasses. Yeah, Renee was American hero. Or Renee is an American hero. Yeah, exactly. Renee good, Charlie Kirk bad. Thank you, Jack Monroe. Let's just pin that comment. Shit ain't hard. It's just fucking math, you idiots. Okay. We got any other humans in chat? We've got let's see. Sorry about the Nazis. Don't worry about them though. They're just dumb. Like, they're just a bunch of trolls. Sorry there's so many trolls in the chat. I did say I was going to mute them. We could have an open discussion because they always ruin everything. But, oh yeah, did you guys hear about them breaking into the ICE vehicles and getting all the lists of the ICE agents' names and addresses and, oh my gosh, did y'all hear about that? Did you hear about the people that were trying so hard to hide their identities just all got doxxed? Did y'all hear about that? It's kind of hilarious. You heard about it too? Okay, so is that real though? Did y'all hear a guy with a mustache? It looked kind of like this. Did y'all see a guy with a mustache telling you this story? Or have you heard it from like other people or just the guy with the suspicious looking mustache? Because I really wanted to believe it, but dude, that guy's mustache was super suspicious. Like, seriously, would you believe anything I told you if I came up to you like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be able to take me seriously, would you? But do y'all think that's real? Do y'all think that they broke into the ICE vehicle and got all their addresses and shit? Because wouldn't the ICE agents have to go move? I mean, wouldn't all the ICE agents have to go move their families? Like, wouldn't that keep them busy having to all go home and move their families to like hotels that people would forever be playing drums outside of? Oh my gosh, these people are so fucking stupid, dude. I can't believe how stupid these motherfucking Nazis are. I mean, I can believe it. They're the stupidest people behind the Russians who are controlling them and the fucking Zionists who they're controlling. The Zionists are probably the third stupidest people. Trump Putiners are the second stupidest people, and the Russians are the fucking stupidest, dude. Yes, some sweet rimming Clinton on the Epstein plane. Trump has some nasty hands. Well, Bill's got that little thumb, though. Bill's like, coming for you, Donnie. Coming for you, Donnie. If I could make my face like really big and round, coming for you, Donnie. That's why I focus on the thumb. The thumb is the main impersonation. I'm coming for you, Donnie. We gotta let Donnie know. Let old Donica Putinsky, little BJT, Donica Putinsky know. We're coming for you, Donnie. Just like Bill Clinton did. Coming for you just like Bill Clinton did, boy. Anyway, doing a Bill Clinton impersonation really makes you feel like your soul has just been fucking flushed with sewage. It's disgusting. I don't ever want to do that again. I do. I'll do it again. It's funny. Did I curse the Trump Putiners yet? Dude, I didn't even curse the Trump Putiners yet. Cursing all Trump Putiners, cursing all MAGA, cursing all Trumpers in comments, cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. cursing you and your entire terrorist networks, and I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Yes, it was the real doc. Lists actual judges. Oh, so you've even seen the document. Oh, shit. He's got the judges' houses? Because the judges supposedly have immunity. I heard something, I don't know if this is true of like all judges, but if judges have immunity, so you're never going to prosecute them for anything, never going to prosecute them for anything. Okay, go back to Mexico. I went to Mexico once. It was a nice day. I just walked across the border and walked back. They asked me if I had any drugs for personal use. I was like, I think you can go get some over there, dumbass. Okay. No, you guys are just boring, dude. You're not ruining the discussion by anything. Like, not poking holes in an argument or any shit like that. Okay, Captain Farron seems like a good person. He said people raided their vehicles and spray painted on the sides of their vehicles and burned a few ICE vehicles. What dumbasses. Okay, what's even funnier is the idiots didn't even cover their faces and they're probably all in jail right now as you speak. Oh, you mean the people that did that? You think that's funny? I thought you meant ICE agents didn't cover their faces. Hold on, now I have to read it in Russian. Yep, and what's even funnier is the idiots didn't cover their faces, and they're probably all in jail right now as you speak, and I lick these boots. Okay. Oh my gosh. They're going to prison until they get released, until they get pardoned for American hero shit. I don't know that we're all Americans. I think we're Americans and they're Trump-Hooteniers. Trump-Hooteniers are traitors. Like, there's a reason why they're traitors. Like, we don't really need them here. It's not like we even need to put them in prison. Like, we need to keep the prison industry around by putting them in prison for life. Just catapult them off Sarah Palin's porch to the country they chose over America. Yep, Donica Putinsky. Donnie whored himself to be president. Oh my gosh. Why are all these... Okay. Sorry. If somebody left good comments and I didn't read your comments, yes, FDT, FBJT, fuck Donica Putinsky. That was just fun to make fun of these losers. It's fun to make fun of you guys and these losers. It's hard taking you serious with the Palestinian and Ukrainian flag behind you that their 3-year-old painted. Dude, just because a 3-year-old can see that genocide is bad and you're dumbass, let's see how old you are. Let's roll a plus 14 for when you started your YouTube channel. And you joined 13 years ago and you have 2 subscribers. And you joined 13 years ago. And let's say you were 13 when you started your channel, so you're 26 now. Look at you. Look at you. I'm sorry. I was going to block the Trumpers. Kind of makes me wish Israel didn't strong arm Andrew Yang out of the race. Andrew Yang would have won it all. That's the worst thing you can think of that Israel did? What about Kash Patel's girlfriend? Come on, y'all. Get with the program. Get with the program. The program. Seriously, people. The ones that issue federal signage warrants? Signage? Oh, the judges. We were talking about the judges. The ones that issue the warrants. Oh, because the warrants are basically bullshit too. So they get like certain judges, I'm guessing, that will issue their fake ass warrants. And now people know who those judges are. Dude, those people, U-Haul's going to be busy. U-Hauls are going to be all booked up. U-Haul's going to be all booked up as they move these 25,000 ICE agents. Ha, what dumb fucks. 25,000 ICE agents are going to have to get U-Hauls on your dollar on the taxes that you dumbasses pay. Well, actually, there's only one American in chat, dude. I shouldn't make fun of you telling you paying taxes. It's you and it's me and your taxes paying it, and it's no shame on either of us because we didn't want this at all. State charges could not be pardoned, though. That's good. Okay. Sorry if I haven't read your comment and you're a good person. Hello, liking and subbing. Sometimes the algo does you a solid. Oh, well, thank you. Lizard Scream, nice to meet you. No, I've been here for a minute, but they suppress me a lot. I was gonna block these stupid ass trolls, but fuck Donald Trump. Ice Cube's coming to play at Red Rocks pretty soon. Fuck Netanyahu. Dude, I like your action. Reflection. Dude, those are the worst, dude. Netanyahu, Trump, and Putin. We can't forget Putin. Everyone is a loser except me. Exactly, Whiskey Sadie. He's on the good side. He knows what's up. Oh, wait. Whiskey Sadie, are you one of the good guys or bad guys? Vendetta, I have to keep showing your comments. Trumpy gives the best blowjob, says Clinton. Newsflash in International Mail Magazine. Anon's going to have a freaking field day with this data. Oh, dude, everybody's going to... The internet, dude, when TikTok gets a hold of this shit. I'm sure they already have on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok anymore. I guess they're about to shut TikTok down, so... Everybody be coming here. Welcome, TikTok refugees. YouTube is janky as fuck, dude. It sucks compared to TikTok. Okay, I think we only had like 2 or 3 Americans here. Anonymous is still being anonymous. Okay, I'm gonna shut down the live. Oh, Lou Pinkney is here. Will you guys follow me so you can see my next live? I'll probably go live again in a minute. I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, it's Trump talk now. But I don't know why you have to say Jews. Like it's either Trumpers, Zionists. It's a branch of Trumpism, Zionism. You know, it's not Jews. It's Trumpers. Be specific here with your words so you don't sound like one of these Nazi Trumpers. You don't want to be anything like them. They hate Jews, so don't be like them. They hate trans people, so don't be like them. Don't hate trans people. Don't hate gay people. Don't hate Jews. It makes you like a MAGA, so don't do it. Well, I like this comment from Microberts. No words or actions will be able to change minds unless we work with kindness and love for our shared world. That's really sweet. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm going to go live again probably in a minute. I'm just going to take a break. I just want to read all your comments because you had good comments. I think war is bad. What happened to Charlie and God and good were both horrible and bad for our fragile country. Kindness and love is the only thing that can save us. Mustache is wild. We are all Americans, and disagreement should not lead to violence. Kindness and love are the only answer to these unprecedented times. We are still in this together. Let's be kind to each other. Killing is bad. D&D for the win. Thanks, dude. Our governor made a farewell. Governor Polis made it, not a farewell, but his last State of the State address. He's governor for another year. But he made D&D references at the end of it. Watch the end of Jared Polis's State of the State address. It's a long speech, so just skip to the end, and he makes D&D references. It's pretty funny and cute. Okay, no words or actions will be able to change minds unless we work with kindness and love. Have a good night. I hope you got to hear that about Polis. So, yeah, because look that up. You really will enjoy it if you enjoy D&D stuff. It's just funny that he said that. And then he said, so long, and thanks for all the fish. So, anyway, thanks y'all for being here, and see you guys next time. Go ahead and follow and comment on my content so we can stay in touch. Thanks. And welcome to the Pillar Revolution Peace Pipe Party. We'll be overthrowing Trump soon, don't worry. We'll be fixing everything. Talk to you guys soon.